Do it.
Conversation up and have it. I like what you were about to say.
Yeah. We're back. I mean, we're back online, but they're gonna have to find us. So just give it a minute until they start
You
coming
want me to
back.
send a message in the chat?
Yeah, let me. As soon as I get the actual link, for some reason it's not showing just yet.
Let me know because I know what I'm going to say.
There we go. Here we go. This one. Okay. Go here. Boom. There you go. No, YouTube just pooped. It technically wasn't even Facebook or the internet. All right,
Let us know when you're back,
we're
guys.
We're back. But
We're not
let's
seeing any
see.
video.
Oh yeah, they should. Oh yeah, sorry. Do.
If there's anybody
back.
still there, let us know. We
Yeah,
had a little
they're-
bit of a YouTube crap the bed or
Yeah.
something.
No, they were trying to shut
YouTube,
us down,
they're
Steve.
trying to-
Clear evidence. As soon as we started getting a little political, boom.
Boom.
You know,
That's how they do it.
looks like everyone dumped. It's
No,
all
no,
right.
they're
Is
back.
there anyone
They're-
still
they're-
there?
Yeah, they're chatting and
Chat
hold
to
on,
us.
I gotta bring up the chat systems again.
All right, so what I was saying, so there are 435 members of the House.
Correct.
How many of those seats are competitive?
This year,
Oh.
not many. It's not that many.
How many?
Competitive.
Oh, in the House, there's a lot. I thought
Oh,
the
I
House
know.
has quite a few.
Oh,
Tell me
The
how many
Senate-
are competitive.
No,
What
competitive
about competitive
means
meaning
different.
They could
that
go either way.
that they're not gerrymandered so that one party has a lock.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like a high number like that.
50?
50. We got a 50.
I'd say
So 20
35.
years ago, you would have been correct.
50.
35.
15.
Oh, wow.
15. We're fighting over 15 seats.
Wow.
We only need actually,
Pick up
what,
the
3 at this
Senate.
point?
Yeah, something like that.
For them to be in a
5 or
minority?
whatever.
Wow. And that's all because of gerrymandering?
Yeah, it's all because of gerrymandering.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Pretty bad.
This is after the most recent,
Yeah.
round of
It's just YouTube.
redistricting wars.
Sorry.
So, but the thing is, with redistricting, so like if you could make your district 60-40, it's pretty much a lock, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to maximize the number of your advantage, you might go 55-45, right? Or 54-46, right? Whatever. The more tightly you gerrymander it, the more seats you can gerrymander. You know what I mean? The more
Yeah.
you spread out. But if you push it too far,
It could
then
work against
if,
you.
If you get a 4 or 5 percentage point swing, then suddenly you lose all those districts
Yeah.
that you gerrymander.
Yeah, right.
So that's the hope that that's what's going to happen, especially with the recent ones that were like Texas
Yeah.
and Florida that are like really pushing it. Where if we have a blue wave, it has to be a blue wave, like a
Right.
real like
Tsunami.
5, 6, 7 point swing.
Which doesn't seem too much to expect at all, right? At this
I
point?
don't know.
Well,
man.
it's
a
you
little
know,
hard.
so far the
Come on, look at the
indicators
polls,
are
man.
pointing in that direction. Well, it's not the polls. The polls are actually not looking that good because, as
What?
bad as unpopular as the Republican Party is right
Democrats are
now,
worse.
the Democratic Party is still worse. Is more
That tells you
underwater
what the Democrats
than
are
the
doing.
Republican Party is.
In terms
But
of what?
but if you look at elections, the Democrats are like overperforming by 20 points.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you said polls,
Polls
so
is
not
different,
polls,
Okay.
elections.
Okay. Yeah.
Polls are problematic and they're not as predictive as we
sometimes
would
they
like
suck.
them to be. And it's also not clear how these off-cycle elections predict, but Democrats do better in off-year elections, just generally. The party out of power does better in midterm elections.
Right. So those two together
general.
are good.
If the president's underwater in terms of approval rating, the other party does a
That's
lot better.
3.
He's very underwater.
And
All
if
right.
the economy is bad,
Nope.
the out party
It's a
does
lock.
a lot. Right. Well,
It's looking very good.
so
Yeah,
all of those things are traditionally
Traditional.
very positive indicators for a bluish
all right.
wave in November. But the question is, how big is it going to be? And is
Right.
it going to be big enough to offset all the gerrymandering? Because the Republicans just gerrymandered 10 more seats for themselves, over the last few months.
Also, you guys noticed Thomas Massey lost his
Yeah.
re-election.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives you an indication of how big the cult, quote unquote, is.
Yeah.
So
But
the
again,
cult is big. So
But
still.
the primaries, you have disproportionately the most extreme voters
Sure,
vote in
sure, sure,
primaries.
sure.
It's
That's
not.
true.
It does not represent the party. Correct? Because the most
Right.
extreme members come out.
But it
for
doesn't mean that there's
for
a
the
big
primary.
fracture in the Republican Party right now.
Doesn't
It's-
it? No, it does
yeah,
not necessarily. But but
unfortunately.
it does not reflect the fracture. But
There's a little,
there's one. We just don't know how big it is.
yeah, right.
So I think it's probable we'll take the House in November, despite all the gerrymandering.
The Senate is
The Senate is a long shot. Somebody said in the chat like there's a 0 chance. I would not
No,
say
it's
zero.
not. It's not mathematically.
It's not
impossible.
mathematically impossible. We have to basically run the table on every swing Senate seat and get into the barely red ones. You know, get
Right.
a couple
Purplish.
of red. No, not. We have to get all the purple and a couple of red. We're not going to get any ruby red as they call them.
Yeah.
Not the like 60-40 red states, but if there may be a couple of 55-45
Yeah.
red states where we can nab a senator.
I'm thinking a lot of Republicans
you're
are just
sitting-
not going to vote.
Well, that's the thing is if the
Could be.
enthusiasm isn't there, they just don't show up. And so one thing we know is happening is that the independents are swinging
Yeah.
hard against the Republicans,
But not just independents, young voters,
and everybody who flipped,
Latino voters, right?
all the
yeah,
people
they
who
flipped
flipped
back.
demographically from Biden to Trump
Are flip back.
are flipping,
Yeah.
are
Pretty much
snapping
flip
back because like this is not what we voted for. We wanted
Yeah, no shit.
we wanted
who
eggs
could
to
have
be
seen
cheaper.
any of
Yeah.
this coming?
So all those low
Fucking
information
ridiculous.
voters who basically flip for Trump are they're probably going to just go stay home or they're snapping back. So again, we don't. November's a long way from now. We don't know what's gonna. We don't
Who
know.
knows? But there's reason right now. There's some
But
good reason
It's
for optimism.
it's unlikely that the damage that the Iran war is, the economic damage, is going to be undone by then. It's
Yeah,
unlikely
come on.
because it takes time to get those oil fields back
I
up
don't
and
even
for
think we
things to work
fully
through.
felt it yet, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it
we actually haven't felt the worst of it yet. That'll be probably over the summer. And then the question is how long. And then even if it does get better, it takes months for people to feel it getting better.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you
There's
guys
just not
remember.
enough time.
There's not enough time. So yeah, anyway, so it's a long shot for the Senate, but not impossible. The House, I think, is strongly favoring the Democrats. Really just a matter of how much. But there's there's one thing that absolutely has to happen, and that is we have to ban partisan gerrymandering.
Yeah, that
Just should
would
be
be-
100%
It's not going to happen.
banned.
It's not going to happen.
Well, no, but
It
I mean,
can
as
happen.
the-
It can. It just takes a law. This Congress can do
Right.
it tomorrow.
but whoever's running for 2028, that's got to be a part
It's
of your
got to be.
platform.
It has to be a front and center political issue for
Not necessarily
2028,
the main
if not
thing, but it's one of them,
2026.
certainly.
And so, but a lot of people say, well, what if? Why are representatives going to vote out their own House seats,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And the answer is they won't. But if you increase the number of representatives at the same time, make that a
Ooh.
combo bill, which is something we should do for its own sake. We have
Way
way too few
underrepresentation.
representatives.
Yeah.
In the House?
Yeah. So
Supposed
What
to
should we
have-
bring it to?
go ahead.
well, all right. So
Steve knows.
when the Constitution was written, how many representatives,
Good quiz.
how many
30,000.
constituents, 30,000, did the average
Yeah.
representative have?
Bob,
30,000. How many do they have now, Bob?
Ooh, good. Don't say, Jay. Don't say.
Go ahead.
All right, fine, Jay.
It's like triple, quadruple that.
750,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
20 times?
yeah, so
More than
they
20 times?
they basically in 1911 or 14 or whatever, or something like that. So or first quarter of the 20th century, they froze the number at 435.
Yeah.
And so since then, the population obviously has increased
Sure.
dramatically. So representatives no longer have like a constituency that they could really connect with. It's just way too big. It should be scaling with the population.
Oh,
You should-
wow.
Yeah, there should be enough of them, Bob, legitimately, where you would know the person.
Yes.
You're supposed to be able to talk to them.
So at the very least, I mean, we should at least double the size of
Did
the
they have
House.
enough chairs in the House to fit all of them?
Whatever, you zoom,
Whatever.
zoom them
put them in the ballroom.
Put them in the basement.
Put them in that ballroom.
Put
So
'em in the
they
ball.
should. There's a lot of reforms they need to, but they could just say, all right, we're going to increase the size of the House. We're going to double the size of the
People
House,
are they pushing for that?
and we're going to
Nobody
ban
really, yeah.
partisan gerrymandering. And then the third thing I think we should do is multi-representative
Yeah, that would be
districts.
pretty interesting.
So instead of having one district, one representative, you have a district have 5, 6, 10
What?
representatives. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
And that
proportional.
way, you get 60% of the votes, you get 60% of the representatives.
Yeah.
It's not winner take all. It's not 51% of the vote. You get the one
Oh,
representative.
okay.
But the
That
problem
way,
is
Alright.
it doesn't benefit the
that's how
Republicans
way
in
most
any
of the rest
way.
of the world.
They're
does
going to
it.
block it. They will block it until they don't have the power to not block it.
Yeah.
It's never going to be okay because they all know. I mean, it's just so obvious now.
It's all a wash, though. the thing is, it's mostly a wash. They're fighting over, like, we had 5 or whatever more than you do. You know what? It's bullshit. But if, you know what I mean? Like, both sides have to do it to basically make it roughly even. It's not enough to lock right now to lock in, you know, the House for one side, because we're too closely divided. But basically, what gerrymandering does, it disenfranchises every Democratic voter in a red state and every Republican voter in a blue state. Right. They have no and third parties have no representation. But if you have proportional representation, right, you could have 10 representative district, just to use a round number, right?
And you get a couple of them.
Yeah, if you have 10% of the vote, you get a representative. You're the Green Party, the Libertarian Party, the whatever party. You get a representative.
So reasonable.
Of course it is. If you and if you're in a red state, right?
Reasonable just doesn't work with
you're
fascism.
in an 80, or 7, let's say you're in a 70-30 red state, like the reddest, rubiest reds of states.
Okay.
You don't care. Once you get to 51% of the vote for a representative, you don't care anymore.
Right.
So that means you're not trying, right? You know you're never going to lose. You have, but
So
if
you could.
but with
basically do whatever you
proportional
want.
representation,
It makes you try harder.
it matters if you go from 60 to 70 or 70 to 80.
You get an extra.
It matters all the way.
imagine that.
So you have to appeal to the broadest swath,
Right.
not just the fanatics who are going to come out and vote for you in the primary.
Steve, they can't live off $170,000 a year.
They have to. They have to
Those
have stock
poor
trading.
bastards.
Wait, but here's a little quiz. 435. Do you know there's more than 435 representatives in the House of Representatives?
Yes, because there are some that aren't real.
That, well, they're real.
I mean, you know what I mean. They're not
non-voting.
They're
They're
non-voting.
holograms?
They're
Do you
non-voting.
know what places they come from?
Yes.
Give me one.
Guam,
Guam,
Puerto Rico,
Puerto Rico,
American Virgin Islands.
very good. American Samoa.
American
Wakanda.
Samoa.
Is Wakanda
Atlantis?
in there?
What about
And DC's voting now,
DC?
right?
No, they're not voting.
DC is still non-voting, yeah.
And then
There's
there is that
2 other
yacht.
places.
There's a yacht floating in the Pacific.
There's a yeah. There's
The yacht
the
representative.
Scientologist. There's 2 other. These islands are maybe a little less well known. What do you guys? What's if I say U.S.
Is it
Yeah,
Virgin
Virgin
Islands?
Virgin Islands,
The island of Dr. Moreau.
and there's one other one.
Atlantis.
I
North-
already said that.
Northern
Atlantis?
Mariana Islands.
Oh, the Mariana
Isn't that where they make marinara sauce?
Yes, that is. They make.
Is that above the Mariana Trench? No, that doesn't make
that's
sense.
All right, let's
So there's
close this.
6.
Let's close it down now. People got lives to get to.
All right.
For
Somebody's got to
Christ's
go to
sake.
Walmart. Good luck in Walmart.
Hey, I actually have to
Write
go-
your representative and
Right,
tell them you
yes.
want
It does
ban
actually matter.
partisan
Yes.
gerrymandering. You want multi-representational districts, and you want to double the size of the House.
A lot of things were wishful thinking. A lot of things, and they have happened. So you have to just demand it.
If you say it's wishful thinking, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Right.
That's a
But just-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
And
if
demand
we
it.
demand it,
It will happen.
and we support,
Or it might happen.
we support politicians who demand it, and we
Correct.
get them elected, and it could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
If you are an American citizen or you know American citizens, freaking not only
Look
of
at
course do we all have to vote, but we have to get the people in our circles to vote. That should be this should be your 6-month project right now. Get them to vote. Call people up, in the United States and say Trump is totaling my country and get people out there to vote, guys.
Yeah, but just
So-
interested too. It canvassing, all that stuff. Like get involved.
For Alexander, who asked about my GMO purple tomatoes.
yes,
So my first crop died because the weather in Connecticut's been terrible. It's swinging from frost to overheated, and as soon as I put them outside, they basically we had a bad night and they died.
Perished.
But and I have lots of birds, outside, so I can't seed them outside.
Well, of course, you're feeding the birds. That's why
I
you have a lot
know.
of birds.
I know, but I'm saying I have to germinate them inside, and then as soon as they really sprout, I got to get them in the wind. I got to get them outside, and then they're at the mercy of the weather. I tried my best, but I don't know what happened. They were really thin little things that just died right away. And most of my other stuff died too. I was able, I think only some cucumbers or whatever survived. So I'm going to try another round of seeding to see if I can get them now that the weather's. Although even still, like we had 90-degree weather,
Yeah.
and then it's going to jump into the 60s with like nights in the 40s.
Yeah, it's wacky.
Yep.
It's just the weather's been crazy. It's just hard to
You
get
gotta
things
bring 'em
going.
inside or something, or a cold box.
If you got
wanna make a
any-
cold box,
Any
Tips and tricks.
trips? Yeah, any
trips and ticks.
tricks? Let me know. But
All right, guys, have a great week.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you soon. Hope you had a good time.
We appreciate
See you next
Bye,
Wednesday.
guys.
See you next Wednesday.
Wins.
Bye-bye.